All right, folks, welcome to The Joint. Today we've got something really special in the form of a new tobacco. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome to The Joint. Today we're here, and I ordered a whole bunch of tobaccos because, well, I could, and, I have no self-control. So today we're going to be looking at Hearth & Home Red Eye. Now, Red Eye, the tin really doesn't give me any kind of a description. So we're going to go to the website and find out what it says. Okay, so we've got Red Eye pulled up on tobaccoreviews.com, and I'm just basically looking for, the component tobaccos and what goes in it, because quite literally it says nothing about it here. So this is a coin cut. So this is like a spun tobacco. They spin it into ropes and then they slice it into these nice looking coins here. Here's what one of the coins looks like, just to give you an idea. It looks like it's got some Cavendish in the middle, surrounded by, I don't know, some Virginias or something. Let's see what the website here says. It says this is the first spin-cut tobacco ever from Hearth & Home. Each coin has a heart of fire-cured, surrounded by matured Virginias and a dash of Perique. Okay, so what it says is the blend type is that it's a Virginia Perique, so it's kind of a vapor. And the contents is Black Cavendish, Virginia, and Perique. Now, this reminds me a lot of, I've had, some Davidoff flake medallions, or I think there was some other flake that I had that had a nice dark center like this, where they kind of put the Cavendish in the middle. But let's just kind of have a whiff here. At first I kind of thought I was getting a little bit of a ketchup-y scent. And maybe still a little bit. But quite honestly, the more I stick my nose in this, it kind of has almost like a kind of a floral, almost Lakeland essence to it. It's not very strong, but it's definitely there. That's my uneducated opinion on this matter. But here's what they look like all up in the tin, and I'm getting all kinds of overexposure due to terrible lighting. Hopefully this doesn't screw with my green screen too much. But anyway, that's kind of what they look like. I'm trying to show you without just dumping them straight on the floor. But what usually now this tin looks fairly full, but I've had several bowls of this now, so I feel fairly comfortable, giving it not necessarily not a review per se, but more of just Justin's opinion on the subject. And where did the lid to this crap go? There it is. Okay, so we're going to rub out 2 flakes. Right here, 2 flakes. I don't know why I did that. That was... To borrow Larry the Cable Guy's line, Lord, I apologize and be with all them pygmies down there. Wherever. I don't even remember the line. That's bad. I don't even remember the line. So I'm just using the lid here, and we're just going to kind of rub this out. Now, something to note is that the moisture on these seems like they're a little bit moist. However, every single bowl of this that I have smoked so far has smoked all the way down with minimal relights. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. But it's just worked out that way. And another thing that surprises me about this blend, this being a vapor, you know, Virginias, especially if I smoke them too hot or smoke them too fast, they tend to really bite the crap out of me. You know, I have to be especially careful when I'm talking about Virginia tobaccos because, well, you know, I like them. It's just they tend to get a little hot on me. So that's what it is, but this one I haven't had that problem, so that's actually a good thing. We're going to go ahead and take these 2 coins that I've rubbed out. Now, let me show you what they look like rubbed out. Not that it matters, but there it is. And again, I'm getting all kinds of overexposure, but, you know, it's what it is. We deal with it. This is really and truly one of the first videos that I'm using the old green screen background. I haven't yet decided what's going to be behind me yet. Shall I have a Victorian study? Some sort of a library setting? Should I be at a circus? Should I be just on an airplane in the middle of the night? Get it? Red eye? Should I be on the red eye? Okay, so we got the HIM loaded up here. We're going to go ahead and put the tin away here. And I'm not going to jar this up just yet. I'm going to go ahead and leave it in the tin for a little while. Even though this does smoke real well so far anyway, I think I'm going to leave it in the tin just to let it dry out just a smidge more. But here we go. Let's light her up. And like I said, it is a bit wet. So getting it lit sometimes is a little bit of a chore. However, it's amazed me every time I've had a bowl of this that it just smoked all the way down. Okay, I think we're lit. Let me just make sure. Man, I can tell you right now, this is the second Hearth and Home blend that I have tried behind Fleet Commander. Now, Hearth and Home is a blend that, or a maker, I think it's STG that makes this stuff. But it's a brand that I really hadn't given much thought to until I ordered the Fleet Commander. And the Fleet Commander I really liked, so I decided to go all in this order. And I ordered several Hearth and Home blends, Red Eye being one of them. I'm assuming they're calling it Red Eye because of, you know, the way the flake looks. It's got the little eyeball in the middle, which is the toasted Cavendish or the Cavendish or whatever it is. But this blend definitely, it does not disappoint. You know, it's a vapor, but it's not bitey at all. I haven't ever had any problems with bite. The Perique definitely makes itself very known. But not in a bad way. And then there's the Cavendish that kind of, how should I say it? How should I say this? It kind of just rounds it off. It kind of takes the sharp edges off of both the Perique and the Virginias, and it just kind of smooths off all the edges. I mean, I don't know of a better way to put it. It's a very nice tobacco, and I can honestly tell you that I'm going to be horking this one down, and I will be ordering this one again. Now, I'm going to set my pipe down in my handy-dandy 3D printed pipe stand here. And we're going to stick the old nose back in here just to see what we can smell, because for a Virginia, I would expect there to be some sort of a grassiness, or I would expect to smell hay. And the hay scent is definitely there. But it's there in addition to something else. It's kind of a sweet smell, and I don't know, for those of you guys who didn't grow up in a rural setting, yeah, that's kind of what it is. So what they'll do is they'll harvest corn, and then they'll turn it into what they call silage, which is where they just kind of put it in a big pile or a pit, and then they let it ferment. And the fermented corn, it puts off like this really sweet smell. And I suspect that just, you know, the fermentation process of whatever they did to the Cavendish or whatever is giving me some of that type of a silage type of a smell. And that's not a bad thing at all. That's actually a very good thing. I can't think of a better way to describe it. And some of you guys probably don't know what in the hell silage even is, but for us Kansas boys, or Colorado, I guess I'm a Colorado boy now, but I grew up in Kansas, and this was a very common smell in the summertime, right after corn harvest. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You get that smell of hay kind of combined with a sweet fermented smell of, you know, the fermented tobacco leaves. So the room note, I'm going to tell you, I set the pipe down a minute ago, so I'm not cursed with the curse of the pipe smoker where I can't smell it. From what I can detect, it is actually fairly a pleasant aroma in the room here. But I'm not gonna wait any longer. I'm gonna light this guy back up and have a little bit more, because I'm a lush and I can't help myself, right? I'm an addict, addicted to this. Can't say that it's a bad addiction, but yeah, I'm wanting to say that I've had something very similar to this in the past, but the Davidoff Flake medallions is the only thing I can think of right off the top of my head, because I had those fairly recently, but they're not exactly the same. There's a bunch of differences. This one here, I think, seems to be a little bit more mellow. But again, I could be wrong. It's been about a month since I had any Davidoff. Yeah, you can tell the Perique is definitely there. When you retrohale, that the Perique, if you retrohale nice and slowly, you will get that spiciness. The spiciness of the Perique. You know, it's not overwhelming, but it's definitely there. Mm. 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 Okay, well, I think I've said enough about this tobacco now. It's a winner in my book. I'll be ordering some more when this runs out, no doubt about that. And if you like a vapor with a little bit of Cavendish mixed in, I think that you'll really dig this stuff. And it's not terribly expensive as I recall. So might be worth picking up a tin of this Hearth and Home Red Eye. I definitely am gonna have some more. So until next time, right here in the joint, we will see you guys later.